Okay, this is a video about composition. Composition means you're going to do all of the transformations on one object over the course of multiple moves. So let's do that with my fish here. So the first one says vector, -1/2, -4. That would be -1/2 an inch to the left and then down 4. That would put the fish about right there. Number 2 says rotate -90 degrees around point P. -90 degrees of rotation would be this direction, negative being clockwise. That would rotate him up to about here. Vector 2, -3 tells me to move 2 inches to the right and 3 inches down. So I'd go about 2 inches over and about 3 inches down. And then reflect over line L would be to take the fish and physically pick him up and flip him over that line to go right there. So the whole composition process is the process of multiple moves across this plane until he ends up in that spot. Let's do it with the cross. I will pick 3 points on the cross. Actually, I could pick more points. I could pick all 5 points and do it just a really good job. I'm going to pick those 3 points just for speed. And let's do the transformation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to vector 1/2 an inch over. That point would go 1/2 of an inch over. I'll do them all right now, 1/2 of an inch over. And they should all line up here because of the points that I pick. And then I'm going to vector those 4 inches down. So this one's going to go 4 inches down. This one here is going to go 4 inches straight down. And then that one right there will go 4 inches straight down. So I'm just lining it up. I got those points in a line. There's my crossbar. And there is the vector down 4. Should try to make the crossbar the same size as it was above. Okay, so the next thing is rotate -90 degrees around point P. I'm going to pick the same 3 points. And I'm going to use my protractor. I will connect the point to the point of center of rotation is point P. So I'll connect those. I will pick out 90 degrees and I will draw that one in. I will do that for all 3 points. Connect 90 degrees. Draw it in. You can do these one at a time, or you can do them all at one time like I am. Connect. That one right there, 90 degrees. And then draw it in. It probably would help me also if I used a different color as I move the cross. Some of the pencil lines sometimes, so I'm actually going to get a different color here in a second. And now I'm going to figure out how far each one of those goes out. That point right there is on this one. Right there, here, and that one goes about right there. My hope again would be that they all line up so that I can have the crossbar. So here is my red cross, and now he just went over to here. Oh, they line up pretty well. So there. And if I rotated it up, that middle part right there, that's the crossbar. So I'm going to put the crossbar in again perpendicular here, something like that. So I've now rotated the cross -90 degrees around that point. Now I'm going to vector it again, 2, -3. I will choose the same 3 points. I'm going to go over 2 to the right. So each one of these points goes 2 to the right and 3 down. There's one of the points. I've drawn my vector. Should have probably drawn the vectors in right here also like this, showing them. There we go. It's a little bit better. So that point vectored to there. Again, 2 over and 3 down. Oops, I don't want that one in. Just want the end point. So the crossbar goes here. and then once again 2 over and 3 down. Puts it right about there. And there's my last one. Again, I'll draw the cross in. The tips of those arrows, and the tip of that arrow is my crossbar. And I have one more move. I have vectored, I have rotated, I have vectored again, and now I'm going to do the reflection. I will pick the same 3 points. And if you remember reflection, we use the corner of our ruler as a right angle. So I'm going to use the corner of my ruler right there as a right angle. I will draw these over. I will extend them over across that line. Okay, I will take my compass. I will figure out how far across that line I need to put each point. And I will draw my final permutation of this. So there it is. And my crossbar is again, I don't know, goes through that spot right there, and it's about that long. So that's the process of composition. What I want you to do right now is you are going to do composition. There are 5 things on your paper to do where you're going to move that arrow, you're going to vector it, you're going to reflect it, you're going to rotate it, you're going to vector it again, and then you'll flip it over here. It's going to end up down in this area down here on the bottom. Help each other out doing it. That is your task right now. Complete the composition of that arrow.